Hey guys, it's Anthony here from the Xbox Boomer channel, and today I have some more game pickups to show you guys. So I have a bunch of crap. Oh, whoops, don't want to show you yet. A bunch of crap off to my left that we're gonna go through, and obviously I duped you. I flipped the game cases around. What's this game? What's this game? You can't tell because I'm not gonna show you yet. I know when I click on like Y2K collectors videos and stuff, or any of those game pickup channels, I'm always like fishing around. I'm like, oh, just show me the games, show me the games, But anyways, I'm gonna show you a lot of cool stuff because I had an unexpected, kind of game haul. So I pooled all of my stuff together, and yeah, let's get into it. So like I said in previous videos, I mainly collect original Xbox games and Xbox 360. I do have some other exceptions, so you'll see a couple other consoles in this lineup. But yeah, it's mainly Xbox 360 and original Xbox. So I guess I'll show you the peripherals first. So we'll start off with this thing. So this I paid $1 for, and what this is, I'm sure you don't know, and I'll show you. It is for that remote right there. So that's one of my original Xboxes, that Halo system there, and that's the same receiver. So you basically plug this receiver in, and you can use a DVD remote or a DVD player with your original Xbox. So back in the day, if you weren't around for the console wars between the PlayStation 2 and the original Xbox, the PlayStation 2 came with a built-in DVD player. So out of the box, you could put DVDs in your PS2 and you could watch them. The Xbox did not have the rights to put a DVD drive in the actual system. So what they did, they found a loophole, basically, as far as I know. I mean, you could do your research and whatever, but I'm just giving you the quick and short of it. They put all the hardware in the Xbox to read the DVDs, and they put the capability, but it does not work unless you have this little adapter piece. So even if you plug your controller into the original Xbox, if you don't have this little piece and the remote that came with it, you cannot use it. You can't watch any DVDs, nothing like that. You can only listen to CDs. So I think the actual remote and the receiver a while ago went for about $20-ish. But these things are always getting lost and always getting damaged. And so I'm actually looking for a new remote because I'll show you real quick here. We do raise rabbits, and one of our rabbits actually started eating the DVD player remote. So that's what it looks like. That's what the complete bundle would look like. But yeah, I did buy a backup because we love to watch DVDs on the original Xbox downstairs. Because I usually don't have that 360 hooked up there. But anyways, this was a pretty cool item, and I've got a little story with this. So this is one of the PlayStation 3 Move controllers. So what you can do with this is you can play a lot of the light gun games that are on the PlayStation 3 with it. So like there's the Time Crisis franchise, which I don't know for sure if this works with Time Crisis because they do have an actual gun for the PS3. But I know it works for the House of the Dead games that you can download on the PS3. So like there are pretty definitive versions of House of the Dead 3 and House of the Dead 4 on PlayStation 3. And so that's what I'm going to use this for. And I paid $1 for that receiver, and I paid $5 for this PlayStation 3 Move controller. And the only problem really is that this bulb is very dirty. I mean, you can see it's got like a patina on there. It's not like nice white coloring, but I will clean this up. And the story that goes with it, because like I said, I got that at a pawn shop. For the last year, they've had 2 other PlayStation 3 Move controllers, and I was going to buy both of them because the other two, they had one for $2 a piece and one for $3. And, they were in exceptional condition. And for whatever reason, I just didn't buy them. I never got around to it because I thought these things were like very cheap. And it turns out that people actually want these. If you guys are a collector and you're in the collector market, I will say I never say on these videos the specific items that I am targeting. Just for obvious reasons. But I do say things that I've targeted in the past, or that I've had troubles with, and I had no idea that these peripherals were so sought after. So you're going to see several special controllers in this video. You're going to see several weird, little, accessories. And I will say that is currently one thing that people are sleeping on for the 360 and the PlayStation 3. Because if you look back at, all these collector videos back many years ago, when the Nintendo Entertainment System was kind of phased out, if you look for accessories like the NES Power Glove or the little dance pad, all that stuff is very hard to find. And so the same thing is going to happen with, the PlayStation 3, the Xbox 360, and it already is. Because people want these damn, the light gun controllers, the Guitar Hero controllers, and just like every generation, this stuff is just going to keep going up. So yeah, I bought this PlayStation Move controller, but I was only able to get one of them, sadly. This is a charging cable for an Xbox 360 remote, and so they have removable little charging batteries that you can purchase, aftermarket for your 360 controllers. And they also have Microsoft branded ones. But anytime I see these for like $1, $2, $3, I pick them up just because they do usually break. And, I want to keep, being able to charge my remotes and stuff. So yeah, I did get another charging cable. Now, this one here, you guys may not know what this is if you are younger, and that's exactly why I bought this. So back in the day, because, you can see that 360, that's my one that I play on all the time. I have two 360s, and that's the, I believe that's the E model. I want to say that's the Model E. It's been a while since I looked into them. But back in the day, if you had the older Xbox 360 models, which would be the ones that were susceptible to the red ring of death, they did not come with a built-in, a Wi-Fi device. So, you could only play Xbox Live or get on the marketplace if you hooked up an Ethernet cable to your Xbox. And that was a pain in the ass for a lot of people. Because, let's say you had your, Xbox remote right there, you would have to find a way to put, your Wi-Fi modem, right in this entertainment center, or else you wouldn't be able to hook it to the internet. So, a lot of people bought these, aftermarket, I guess this would be called the Xbox 360 Wi-Fi adapter, or, we always called it the Xbox 360 wireless receiver. And they made two models. So this is the one that was cheaper, that most of you probably had back in the day. So this one has one antenna, and of course for storage you can fold it down, and then when you're playing you can push it up. And a lot of people broke the antenna off of their their adapter. But they also had, the one I had growing up was the one with two antennas, and so there was a second antenna on this other side, and allegedly you would get better signal if you had the one with two antennas. But I've played with both of them throughout the years, and I never saw any performance difference. as a kid, I used to tell people like, "Oh, bro," like, on Xbox Live, I'd be yelling at them like, "Your connection sucks because you only got the one antenna Wi-Fi adapter," And but there, as far as I know, there's no merit to that because I mean, it's just a spot for your Wi-Fi to shoot into the machine. I mean, I never had any troubles with either one of them. But yeah, if you want to connect to the Xbox Live Market, well, it's down now, but even just Xbox Live, you have to have these on the older model 360s. Now this one, I was not it wasn't even on my radar really. This is one of the steering wheel controllers for the Xbox 360. And this one I paid a little more than I wanted to, than I was comfortable with. But I'm still happy because it's a very cool item. I have no idea what games work with this. I mean, I'm hoping like some of the Forza games, some of like the Project Gotham racing games would be really cool. But I paid $9.99, and that was out the door. All these are out the door prices. And I guess this takes a couple batteries in the slot here, and it's literally like a Mario Kart wheel for the 360. So I'll probably even fart with this, trying it on like Pocket Bike Racer, some of the Burger King games. But yeah, I did get a Xbox 360 steering wheel. So that's pretty unexpected. These I kind of bought just because they're a little bit of a meme, and I'm trying to collect the rest of the weird accessories for the 360. So I have this is the Guitar Hero microphone, and you'd use this to sing. A lot of people back in the day, if you weren't around for the 360, they would have rhythm game parties. So a lot of people, even in their 20s and their 30s, they would all get their buddies together in their apartments, and, everybody would come over and drink beer and get drunk, and, you would have your buddy drunk singing Guitar Hero songs. So that's what a lot of people did back when these were popular. So, yeah, this one, I believe, came out with Guitar Hero World Tour. I believe that's the microphone, and I paid $2. I don't know if you can see that. $2 for this one. And then I also, this one I never had growing up because I was a Guitar Hero kid. But this one is, I also paid $2, and this is for Rock Band. And they're literally just USB microphones that you plug into your Xbox 360. And yeah, you've got the, you can sing. You can get drunk and sing your songs with your buddies. If that's what you're into. But we'll keep going here. So this is, you can probably see what this is already. I can't stop from just messing with this damn thing. This is the DJ Hero turntable. And, you can tell it's for Xbox 360 if any of you see these out in the wild. Because you could lift up this panel, and then you've got all of your, your Xbox, your dashboard button there. And then you've got your, front-facing buttons. So that's that. But believe it or not, I paid $15 for this. And that's, this is 2 pieces. So out in the wild, they did have at the pawn shop a second turntable, but it was only the actual turntable button here. It was only this silver piece. They were missing the actual knob and, this little slider here. And while I played DJ Hero because my cousin back in the day brought it over just so we could mess with it. But I really didn't get into it because it's a lot of modern music, a lot of like club music, party music on there. And I had no idea that even these turntables are sought after. So if you are interested in some of the rhythm games and things like that, I don't have a large channel. So, thankfully, I'm hoping I won't like drive up any prices or anything like that. But yeah, a lot of these things are going up. And when I was looking into the turntable prices when I bought my Guitar Hero controllers, just out of curiosity. And yeah, sure enough, these things are going up past $15. So if you want this stuff, I mean, you should probably buy it in the next year or two than 10 years from now. Because again, you might look at this video 10 years from now, because I'm intending on leaving all these up for record keeping. And, this damn turntable, this might be $100 item. I mean, I don't know. Who knows when the 360 bubble pops? Who knows when this stuff keeps rising, And that's for all retro games, I mean, like I said, this stuff just keeps going up. So, but yeah, that's, you can play the game DJ Hero with that. I guess we'll get to some of the cool stuff here, some of the games. So I'll do this. I'll do this first. Let's keep these flipped over. So I've got, of course, I hate buying games that are disc only, but if they're cheap, if they're like $1 a piece, I will buy them. And then later on, if I find them with the case for like $4 or $5, I'll scoop them up again. But this is a DJ Hero. So, of course, that goes with the turntable there. So I got that. This one I did get a little bit kind of, the switcheroo on. But I did it to myself. I made a mistake here. So I paid $1 for this one. And I've been looking for this game complete in box. It's a Ultimate Action triple pack by Square Enix. And it's a triple pack of games that comes with, I think, like Tomb Raider. I want to say like Sleeping Dogs. And then maybe like one other game, I think. And I was under the impression that this disc had all 3 games on it. So I scooped it up for $1. And then I realized when I got home that only Tomb Raider is on this disc. And I already have Tomb Raider and Sleeping Dogs, but I did want the triple pack. And I wanted to just see what that was like in the 360. But sadly, this is only Tomb Raider. So I did not get all 3 games. Let's see what else we got. This one, I was just telling my wife because she never heard of Ben 10, from back when I was a kid. And I told her about this, stinking show. I was like, yeah, it's a game about a TV show about a kid that he turns into 10 different aliens, and he's got this damn wristwatch on his wrist, and all these people are trying to chase him all the time in his grandpa's RV and get this damn wristwatch. And, it sounded really dumb when I was describing it. But, I never played the 360 game, and I'm sure it's probably shovelware garbage. I've never played it, but I can only assume. But for $1, I bought Ben 10, the game, because I remember that, I remember it started in an alley, blim, 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 blim. I remember that song and hearing all that when I was a kid, and I kind of want to hear the song again, so I'll pay $1 just to hear the damn song. But yeah, that was if you never heard of Ben 10, like my wife, that was a Cartoon Network show, and it was fairly popular back in the day. It was on Cartoon Network every day if you had cable. So our last disc only game is it's a generic racing game. It is MX versus ATV Reflex. And again, I paid $1 for this, so I'm not mad or anything. If it sucks, I don't care. They did have the actual complete in box copy of this. But I want to say it was either $10 or $15, and I'm pretty cheap. I'm pretty frugal, so I didn't want to spend that. So I paid $1, and I got the CD. So yeah, I got a MX versus ATV Reflex, and then so you can see this stack here. I got an Xbox One game that you can already see. Some PS3 games here. I've got 360. This is a 360 game. I got a Kinect game, and then it ends off. The last 2 are original Xbox. So we're gonna go through this, and I'll just go one at a time. So you can already see this one. I'm not gonna let you cheat. I'm gonna move over here so you can't see that pile of games. So I've got Resident Evil 7 Gold Edition, and this game I have a story on because I was overseas when this game came out, and I bought it for a PlayStation 4. That was there was a library center where you could actually go play PlayStation 4 games at the library. And, you could check out these games from behind the counter. And, as long as you stayed in the library, you could play PlayStation 4 and you didn't have to own one. And so what I did, I went to, the local store. I bought an overseas copy of Resident Evil 7 for the PlayStation 4. And I beat that whole damn game, I think, in one sitting. If not, the next day I came back and I think I played for like a few minutes to just finish the end. But I beat this game in a public library with people like chilling and hanging out besides me. And, I don't know what happened to that overseas copy of Resident Evil 7. But, it might be in storage. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't have Resident Evil 7 for Xbox One, or at least I didn't. And, I wanted it again because it's a very good game. This game, I'm pretty sure when the Xbox One becomes obsolete, I'm pretty sure this one's going to shoot up in value because the Gold Edition has all of the downloadable content packs. So you get the Banned Footage Volume 1 and 2. You get the End of Zoe story expansion, and then you get the Not a Hero story expansion. And I've never played the DLC for Resident Evil 7. And like I said, it was a phenomenal game. This was pretty much Game of the Year when it came out. And it's very, very scary. So, this one will have you dropping loads in your diapers. And so I definitely, if you're a horror fan, I do recommend this game. And it's, I forgot to tell you, I got this one online, and I made an offer, and I paid $13 for it. And I wasn't happy about paying $13 because I'm a cheap bastard. But they sell this game for about $20 at GameStop right now. And, I just waited and waited till I could find a good deal. But if you do want this one, like I said, I guarantee you the Gold Edition is going to go up, because it is one of the more expensive, older Xbox One games. So yeah, that's Resident Evil 7. Now these PS3 games, I pretty much have a complete to me PlayStation 3 collection. And it's in storage, so I don't have access to it. But every now and again, I will buy PS3 games if I find a good deal on them. And so the first one is, and you can see a little, like there's something weird going on with the cover art. The first one is God of War Collection, and I paid $5 for this. And I'll clean them all up. I'll take warm water with a Q-tip, and I'll go over the case. I'll take a dry rag and run it over them. But this is basically a PlayStation 3 remaster of God of War and God of War 2. And then it also, I don't know if the God of War 3 voucher is in here. Let's see. Okay, so this one technically is not complete in box because it does not have the God of War 3 demo voucher. But it's still for $5 to play the definitive version of God of War 1 and 2. I think that's worth it. So I've got that. This one, I don't know if I'm going to keep or if I'm going to get rid of this. I took a chance because I knew this was a very expensive game that's going up for the 360. So this is Castlevania Lords of Shadow. This is a third-person 3D Castlevania title for the 360, PlayStation 3. This one does not have the manual, but it has this little whatever it is from GameStop advertisement. And I figured for $5 I can either keep this one and play it on PS3, or I can just get rid of it if the price does shoot up. Because right now, I will say, a lot of people are sleeping on PS3 games because the PlayStation 3 store is still online. And mark my words, because it already happened once, when the PlayStation 3 store does shut down, in a year, 2 years, 3 years, these frickin' PS3 games are going to go bananas again. So all of your PS3 games are going to skyrocket. They're going to go to the moon. And, that's just the natural way of, nature. That's just what happens every time. So I'm sure that game will be one of them. So this game, this kind of is shovelware. We're starting to get into the 360 games here. So this is Skylanders Swap Force. And I think you need figures to play this game. I think you need, these little figures that are on the back here. And I don't have any of them, and I don't know that I want to collect them. But for $5, it's just another 360 game I can throw in and kind of play with and check out. Because I skipped the whole Skylanders phase, because that was a little after my time. The next one is a weird one. This is before the Xbox 360 Kinect came out. So this is a game called You're in the Movies. And they used to have they don't have a picture of it on here, but it was an Xbox 360 Vision camera. And this was one of the games that when you would buy the camera, it came bundled in with the, this game, the camera and the game together. And it does look like someone's baby brother put some teeth marks in there, or, their pet lizard or whatever the hell that is. But yeah, this game, I do intend on getting the Vision camera for other purposes, but I don't have it right now. And so, this is one of the Xbox 360 Vision camera games, and I paid $5 for it. And I will say, if you're not familiar with the Vision camera, in my opinion, the two best features about the Vision camera, the first one is that you could, back on Xbox Live, you could actually use the Vision camera to take pictures that you could use as your profile picture, your gamer picture. And so you could take pictures of something funny on a laptop, if you put the screen in front of your camera, and you could have a custom gamer, picture if you wanted it. So that's what a lot of people used it for. And you could also, in the game Rainbow Six Vegas, which is a game that I was addicted to on the 360, you could actually use the camera to scan your face, and you could put your own face in the game. So on the 360 for years, I was running around in multiplayer killing people online, and I had a very baby-faced version of my face on my character. So if you saw a very, baby-faced guy running around shooting you with a P90, that was probably me back, however many years ago. And it looks just cringy and ridiculous. And that's one of the funny things about getting the camera. So if you haven't heard of that. All right, next one. This game, I've never played this. This is a trivia game called You Don't Know Jack. And I've heard my friends playing this game back in the day. And they used to have parties where they would play these trivia games. And I never went to them. I was always busy doing other stuff, or, across the country or whatever. But yeah, they used to play this game, for just game nights. And I was always kind of curious of what this game was. So for $5, I'm going to go ahead and try that out. The next one, this game is called Rocksmith 2014. And I guess there are a couple different versions of this game. So I actually had the cable, the whole package when this game first came out, because you can't play this game without a cable and a real guitar. And so I didn't have this 2014 version, but I did have like I said, the earlier version. And I bought this when I was a kid, hoping that it was going to teach me to play guitar so I could, swoon some women and get some dates and whatever. And I gotta say, I remember, because I had an electric guitar that I could barely play back in the day. And I could play like Enter Sandman and some of that crap. But I was hoping to get really good. So I went to the store and bought this game. And I want to say it was like $70 or $80 because you had to buy the special cable for the 360 that went into the bottom of your guitar. And I put the damn game in, and the game already expected you to know how to play guitar to play the game. And I couldn't believe it. I was like, well, why did I even spend $70 on this stuff? Because there was no like videos or anything of like, okay, I'm going to teach you this string does this, and this is, this fret or whatever. And so I do think it's kind of funny that they put on there, hey, bro, this is the fastest way to learn guitar. Because I literally bought it when I had like basic guitar knowledge back in the day. And this damn game sucked for teaching you, anything. I even went to guitar club back when I was in school, when I was a kid. And, I had troubles learning guitar. And then I bought this game, and this game sucked just as much. But just for, giggles, I did buy it for $5. Just, because I have memories there. And yeah, so that's Rocksmith. So if you see a weird, I think it was a gray cable. I think it was a little gray USB cable. Or maybe it was black, but yeah, that is out there for the Rocksmith games. This game is called Power Gig, Rise of the Six String. And what this is a very generic, kind of like a knockoff of Guitar Hero or Rock Band. And so I've never played this one, but you can use Guitar Hero and Rock Band guitars to play these, a lot of these generic games. And believe it or not, they do have some actual, like, reputable bands on this disc. And so there's like Breaking Benjamin, Black Sabbath, Godsmack, Kid Rock. Like there's some bands you might have actually heard of on this game. And this one did come with the manual and all that and some other junk in there. But yeah, now that I have the Guitar Hero guitars, because I paid a pretty penny for those, a little while ago, I'm gonna try all these music games and see if they were any good. So yeah, I got a generic Guitar Hero for $5. The next one here, I guess I should say thank you to Cody, because some kid from back in the day named Cody, I've got your Xbox game. So yeah, Cody H. So shout out to Cody H. Thanks for Fantastic Four. But yeah, I paid $5 for this game for the heck of it, just as something else to play. I don't usually like any like superhero games or anything like that, but I know sometimes you can get a good one. So this is Fantastic Four: Rise of the Silver Surfer, and the funny thing here is that this is a rental movie case. So if you ever see any 360 or what have you cases that have the back that look like this, the rental stores usually would take the manuals out of the game. This one does have the manual. Yeah, usually because when you rented a video game at the movie store, people would steal the manuals when they rented the game, and then they would just bring back the game in the case. And so because people were stealing the manuals, a lot of times the game stores would print them on the back of the case. And so that's exactly what you see here. But yeah, it looks like this one was probably from Hollywood Video, because this says Hollywood Entertainment Corporation. So I bet you that's Hollywood Video. And yeah, it is, because it says Game Vault on it. So yeah, Fantastic Four. I don't know if that game sucks or not. Um, this game is a hunting game, and I've never played this one, but my wife did, and she recommended it to me. And so this is Cabela's Big Game Hunter, a hunting party. And again, this is probably like a shovelware type of game, because there were so many. I mean, there's probably like 20 different, Cabela's hunting games for the 360. And some of them are, a lot better than others. And so this one, you could use, there's actually two different guns, light guns for the 360. So there's like a rifle, which I'll show you a picture of that later, I think. I don't have the rifle, but there is a shotgun as well that worked with the Kinect. So if you're looking for the light guns, there's a couple different light guns. But yeah, I did pay $5 for this, and it looks like this one does have a not for resale sticker. So I bet you back in the day, whoever bought this bought it in a combo pack with the shotgun. Because a lot of times, if video games were sold in a bundle, they would put not for resale on there. So that, when the store opens the package, they wouldn't accidentally take the game out and sell the game separate, because, it's a bundle. But yeah, so that's a hunting game. This one I made a minor mistake on. So this is the game Prey, and this is a first-person shooter. This is kind of like a boomer shooter, but it's also a first-person horror game. It's very similar to like a Quake game, like maybe like Quake 4, or maybe like a, Doom 3, something like that. And this is a very good game. This was, it is older, so it is dated now, but you can see there's a lot of aliens, a lot of monsters. And I thought this game was a little more expensive, because I do have this game complete in box, and it still could shoot up, to be fair. But yeah, this one, it does not have the manual, and some cheeseball wrote looks like some kind of maybe reference number on the game disc. But my intentions were to buy this for $5 and just sit on it and see if the price went up. Just to have a backup, or, just maybe later to trade it for a different game that I don't have. But this game is not super expensive. But yeah, if you guys are into first-person shooter, horror games, Prey is a very cool game. So I would probably recommend that. This next one, I believe I have this in storage, but I have seriously never played this game ever, so I don't know what to expect. This game is called Fuse, and so Fuse, as far as I know, it's like a squad-based shooter, and so there's got to be some kind of single-player component to it, because it says there is. But it just looks like a third-person shooter. And I'll say, when the 360 was popular, I never saw anybody playing this game, and I never heard anything about it. And this one I did have to order. I ordered this special online. It was $10. And so I really wanted to try this game, because I've played almost every third-person shooter that you can think of on the 360. And I've never freaking played this game. And I'm like, well, what the hell is this? And then I saw it was Insomniac Games that made this game. And Insomniac Games, the original Spyro the Dragon, they made Spyro the Dragon. And then I believe they also worked on Sunset Overdrive, I want to say. I can't really remember, but I want to say they worked on that. And a funny mention with them, when I was younger, when I was, college age, I actually contacted Insomniac Games, and one of the guys who worked on, developing some of their games, he gave me about an hour or two of his time and answered all of my questions, about being a game developer and, getting into the game industry. And, while I didn't end up following that trajectory in life, I've always remembered like how nice that guy was at Insomniac. And, he let me call him on his personal line and just, answered all my questions and concerns. And that was really cool. And so, I will definitely try another game just for that fact alone, But yeah, that's Fuse. Now I am trying to collect all of the hunting games on the 360. And so here's a couple here. This is Bass Pro Shops, The Hunt. And I've been in a couple Bass Pro Shops in my life, but I've been in a lot more Cabela's, than Bass Pro. And, it's funny because the Cabela's games were selling very well on a lot of these systems over the years. And there's other hunting companies. If you're not a hunter, these are all, hunting stores and hunting companies. And a lot of those other companies that are lesser known tried to copy Cabela's because they were selling like a ton of video games to kids. Because a lot of times if your parents or your grandparents would take you into like Bass Pro Shops, even if you didn't like hunting or guns, you could go in there and you would see a row of Xbox games, like right when you walked in the door, or like by the binoculars or whatever. And if you're a kid, even though you didn't want to go shopping with mom and dad, you could be like, hey mom, please let me get this Xbox game, please. And if you were a lucky bastard like me, every now and again you would get a hunting game. And so yeah, this one actually is going up in price. It's roughly like $15 or $20. So it's definitely not shovelware. But this one is complete in box. Like I said, this is Bass Pro Shops The Hunt. And it looks pretty promising. I mean, I've never played this one. But yeah, I'm excited to try it out because I do like, my favorite Cabela's game is probably Cabela's Dangerous Hunts 2. And I really would like to find another good hunting game. So there's that. This next one is the other hunting game I got. And I'm like super excited to play this one. So this one is called Field and Stream for the Xbox 360. Or I think it could be a Field and Stream Total Outdoorsman Challenge. That might be the full name if you're looking for this one. But this was made by 505 Games. And that was, as far as I know, that's the same company that worked on Terraria. It's like a 2D version of Minecraft. But Field and Stream, if you're in the hunting kind of gun community, they actually used to make, and they probably still do, a set of hunting magazines. And so back in the day, if you had a subscription to Field and Stream, you would know about this game, I betcha. And it looks like this one even has an advertisement for their magazine inside. And so this is another one that, it does look different than a Cabela's game. It does look promising because he's hunting a grizzly bear with a lever action rifle. He's hunting, I don't know if that's an elk, maybe a moose, something like that. And it looks fun. So I'm excited to try this one. I don't have the I do actually. Never mind. I do have the complete in box. I've got the subscription for the Field and Stream magazine in there. So yeah, that's Field and Stream. Now this next one, I have to give a shout out to Legally Insane Gamer, because he actually got me this game without knowing it. And so I watched one of Legally Insane Gamer's pickup videos, where he goes through a lot of his different games and things that he buys. And, he kind of speculates on prices. And I did not know it because when I was a kid, I had a wrestling phase. But a lot of these Xbox 360 and like PlayStation wrestling games are going like way up in price. And this game has been sitting at my pawn shop for a very long time. And, I knew about it, but I just wasn't interested to pay $3, because a lot of people view this as like a sports game. So it should be about $1, And after I saw that the prices had shot up on these wrestling games, because Legally Insane Gamer was talking about them, I bought this one for $3, and it's complete in box, right? I got the manual, got the disc, and a nice case, okay? No dog teeth through it or nothing like that. And this damn game, SmackDown vs. Raw 2011, this thing's pretty expensive. Oh, well, it looks like, actually, sorry, looks like someone's dog did chew on this one a little bit. But yeah, this is a fairly expensive Xbox 360 game, and it's continuing to go up, and I bought it for $3. So if you know what to look for in a lot of these 360, PS3, different retro games, you can actually find a pretty good deal out there still. So yeah, let that kind of be some motivation for you. Now we'll get to these two Xbox games. So this one is Trigger Man, and like I said, this is original Xbox, not 360. Now Trigger Man, this is a third-person shooter, and it kind of is similar to like a Hitman game, like maybe Hitman 2, or maybe like Splinter Cell. Maybe. Not really, but it's more close to, it resembles like Hitman 2. And I had never played this game, but I saw it for very cheap online, complete in box, because I've got the manual and the disc, and I wanted to try it. And I ordered this all the way from Canada. And so yeah, I thought it would be spendier, but it was actually about $4 shipped right to me. And so I felt bad for the guy I bought it from, because, I'm sure he paid quite a bit in shipping. But yeah, this is actually a freaking hilarious game. I know it looks generic as hell. I mean, I saw this all the time as a kid, and I never bought it because it just looks like a bad game. But this game was so unfair, and the enemies were beating the piss out of me. Actually, in that photo right there, that's the same mission that all the enemies were beating the living piss out of me like I was a rag doll. And it was hilarious. I mean, out of all the games I buy, I buy $60 games, I buy $30 games. Sometimes I go crazy. I buy $100, Darkest of Days. This game was funner than almost anything I've played in the last 2 years, because I was getting my ass whooped, and the physics engine was just crazy, and it was just a hilarious game to play while I was sitting on the couch with my wife. And I'm just so glad and fortunate that I bought this game, because it's a freaking hoot. It's a riot. And then I guess the last game, you can already see it. It is the Da Vinci Code. And I am almost positive. I can't say for certain. I'm sure this got stolen from me, because I ordered this game online. This is one of the cheaper original Xbox games you can buy. And it got stolen out of my mailbox. And then lo and behold, I go to the pawn shop, and I see a complete in-box copy of the Da Vinci Code. And it was the only freaking game for original Xbox that had came into the pawn shop. So, like I said, we're in a very particular mail situation where I live, where basically people with sticky fingers have access to everybody's, mail in the area. So I keep running into the problem where, people with sticky fingers just put their little booger hooks in my damn mailbox and steal my shit. And it's very unfortunate, but that's what we've got to live with right now. And I'm just glad that for $5 at the pawn shop, actually, This one, I believe, was $3. Yeah, this one was $3. I got my game back. And so, I'm very fortunate for that. Because the same thief keeps bringing my freaking games to the same pawn shop. So whatever. I guess thank you for being courteous and, bringing them to where I can get them. So that's that. And then the very last thing, you've probably been staring at this in the background the whole time. This is my big score of today. And like I said, I already told you the NES Power Glove, different weird stuff like that, the Guitar Hero controllers, all that stuff gets very expensive. And this is going to be one of those things that people want. This is the Tony Hawk Ride board. And so there's a Tony Hawk game out there called Tony Hawk Ride for the 360. And you actually skateboard on this board in your living room. And so somebody put Velcro on the bottom of this because I'm sure it was flying off their carpet or whatever when they were trying to, do a kickflip or whatever. And yeah, for $5, the thing is, I've got to test it. I'm hoping this damn thing works. But for $5, I'm going to clean this thing up and I can skateboard in my living room. I mean, you bet I'm going to be on this damn thing, riding around, cruising in Tony Hawk. Yeah, man, I'm going to do that. Hell yeah. But yeah, you can, if you're looking at these boards out in at your local pawn shops, your stores, whatever, you can tell the 360 one because, again, you look for that big Xbox button. Look for that dashboard button. And it's right there on the left-hand side of the board. And you've got all your arrow keys, probably your D-pad, I betcha. And then your, A, B, Y, X, all that. But yeah, that thing is fairly sought after. Again, it's one of those weird accessories that 5 years from now, 10 years from now, it's going to be impossible to find them. And they're going to be very hard to find in working condition. So as long as this works, I'm very excited to play Tony Hawk Ride because I've never actually had this board. So yeah, I'm kind of on a quest right now to get all of the weird Xbox 360 accessories. I did want to mention to you a couple things that I didn't buy today that I saw out in the wild because I know a lot of you guys, I'm not in competition or nothing with you guys. I want you to go get cool stuff that you like and good deals, and I hope you're fortunate in that aspect. Because again, these prices are getting insane. But I did see a copy of Blur for the Xbox 360, and it was $35 complete in box today. So I did see that. That's a very spendy 360 game. And I also saw a copy of Wet for the PlayStation 3. And that one was in good shape. It was complete in box. And it was $25. And so, there are still, these prices, I believe, are going to be cheap in the grand scheme of things. Because I don't think these, personally, I could be wrong. Maybe you slap me in the head with a fish in 5 years. But I do think that these 360 prices are going to get harder. They're going to get a little steeper on your wallet. Because I really believe that over time, they just keep going up over the years. People break more and more of this stuff. Stuff goes missing or gets thrown in the dump, in the landfill. And, it's almost impossible to find, certain original Xbox games in good shape and whatever. And the same stuff, it happens every generation. But anyways, I've been rambling for damn near an hour. I'm going to go eat fried chicken. But thank you for watching. And God bless you and your family. I hope this was entertaining for you.